Greetings, my healers, this is Nick Kentel, and welcome back to Kobukan Academy Life Forever. Now, I'm recording this episode in February, and guess what? Week 6 has arrived. Yes, the newest update. I'm recording this episode in February. It came out, this week. This week, yeah. On the 11th of February. And, you know, if you try to play on a previous save file after updating this to the newest update, it will say that your save file is corrupted and there will be some errors. So I had to start a new game over. Yeah, it suggested me to start a new game over, which was the safest option and had the least amount of errors. So that's what I did. I had to do it over and over until I got what I wanted, and you know, my whole party is the exact same. I made almost the same choices as the Let's Play, and my Pokemon are all the same sexes. Well, some natures change, but the same sexes. That's important. Yeah, they're all the same. And you know, I have a big complaint about this update. One thing I hate about it is that the developers made training your Pokemon much harder. You know, after you finish training your Pokemon at the seaport, for instance, instead of gaining hundreds of experience points after heading back to campus, you'll get 30, 60 something. Yeah, I hate that. And my index finger hurts because of all that training. God damn it. But yeah, my team is at level 19 and Lightning, my Pikachu, is at level 20. Yeah, I'll show you. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? I've held you long enough. Thanks, Gardenia, and all those people have calmed down and are no longer joyful. There goes the alarm clock. Put a shirt on, Red! Ugh. The wrong dorm, Red. Get your head out of the gutter. Wait. Right. That's right. This is the new normal now. It is. But except put a shirt on, Red, please. That's better. Hey, ready, bud? Oh, yeah, here's what I have to show you. So, look. My proficiencies are at 19 from this save file. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. So, anyway, look at my team. See? Level 20, 19, 19, 19, 19, and 19. Yep. They're all set. Oh, and look, I gave Lightning the Drampa Foreverall, and I taught him Dragon Rage. Well, I used the Foreverall, you know, and you know he knows Dragon Rage. Anyway, let's move on. Hey, ready, bud? Nice appearance. Great, let's get some coffee first, okay? I do not like coffee. Don't mind, we could do some more anyway since you scared your other dorm mates off. Yeah, no, excuse me. Yeah, but no way they'd go for it. Blue, you're the one who suggested it. Huh? Yeah, I know that. I'm just... My god, look at those thick thighs. I'm never gonna get over that. What do you want? Is that any way to greet your future boyfriend? Cup of Joe, you got any to share? You know where the coffee maker is. As you pour yourself a cup of coffee, offering some to Yellow, you notice Blue is staring at you, in a way that is different to how he normally does anyway. Actually, it's the same, look at that, he looks pissed. He stares at him the same way as always. Red, I mean. He stares at Red that way. Moving on. Sorry, I just had to make that sound effect. I can't just say sip, that'd be awkward. I'll be here all week. You can spread your excuse me. I'll be here all week. You can spread your staring out a bit, and you can spread your cheeks red for Blue. What is your Pikachu? I don't know. He's just Lightning, my buddy. Can I touch him? Huh? Honestly, go ahead. That's a good choice if you wanna get your bond stronger with Blue. Blue rubs his hands carefully around Lightning's cheeks and neck before feeling his tail. Lightning seems bewildered by the physical attention. What's this about? Just in a huggy mood? He doesn't look like it! No, I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. If you figure it out, let me know. I have no idea. Yellow? Yes? Do you know how Lightning's new form works? I know a lot about Pikachu, but I've never seen or heard anything about a Pikachu like this. I don't even know how it changed form mid-battle like that. Use his proper pronouns, Blue. Lightning is a male. You know a lot about Pikachu? Obviously. You were the trainer I fought most often in Pallet Town. I learned everything I could about your Pokemon. I'm sorry, I don't. But maybe there's another way we could find out? Yeah? We could ask Red? Well, yeah, obviously, I was going to try that eventually. Sure he was. Alright, Blue, here's how it works. You explain everything Sam and Sonia told you about Lightning's newfound abilities. You mean Professor Oak and Sonia. Blue listens intently, though he doesn't seem happy. And that's pretty much what happened. So I've got to be on the lookout for any more kidney stones he hucks up. Kidney stones? They came from his stomach, not his kidneys. I think they have something to do with people I've been hanging out with recently, weirdly enough. Is there one from me? Huh? These gems. Is there one that you think Lightning threw up because I was around? Yeah, I think so. 3 of them, I think. I bet mine are the most powerful out of everyone's. Of course you do. I want to battle your new Lightning against my team. Wait, just Lightning against your whole team? Yeah, chicken? I mean, the odds are very against me there, aren't they? I was talking with Leaf. Every time I've battled you this year, the odds were against me. You have some kind of advantage. Now, once again, you've got an advantage. This frickin' Chimerachu that Gramps made. What the hell is a Chimerachu? Pika! This'll be like that battle when I brought out my Pidgeotto, except this time I'll have the greater numbers and you'll have a single overpowered Pokemon. You know, I played this part of the game twice, and I still lost to Blue. Right. What will this battle be for? To finally prove, ultimately, truthfully, definitely, beyond a shadow of doubt, who the better trainer is? Ha! No way! We can't do that like this. Are you crazy? What? Well, if you battle like that, your teams are totally unbalanced, right? I think the only way you could have a fair fight is if you both used your full teams and one of those team members was a special Pokemon like Lightning. Ah. I'll keep an eye out for any other special Pikachu. You can have the next one. Please, I don't need some new special Pokemon to beat you. My entire team's special because they're mine, and that means they're a match for any special Pokemon, no matter what dead politician or general or whatever owned it. Or professor. Well, I want to battle. Are you seriously going to turn me down now? Come on, we can do it after school, in the battle hall. I hope you'll be gentler when asking Red out on a date in the future. Agree to battle, that'll make him happy. See, 3 bun points. Ha! This'll be a stomp! I don't even need to pull any tricks this time. You just let me win! Thank you. That means a lot to him. It's not a problem. Will you come watch? Oh, well, sure. Yes, I'll do that. Cool, see ya then. Oh, hi, Ethan. Morning! Hey man, how's the coffee? I'm pretty sure it's burning a hole in my tongue. Leaf told me on Friday she hated me when I said I preferred running in the morning to drinking coffee, so I thought I'd try it. Maybe this stuff is just much stronger than I'm used to, but I think I'll take the hate. I probably should have grabbed some. Yeah? I meant to talk to you this morning, set my alarm and everything. But when it went off, I just turned it off and went back and got back into bed. Must be side effects of the depression. Oof, been there. Wanna talk during lunch? Nah, let's just punt it till tomorrow. You know, just cause something goes wrong in the morning, that doesn't mean the whole day's a wash. There wasn't any hurry for this. Tomorrow morning, man. Promise. And alright, talk to you later then. And that got a bond point up. See ya! See ya, Ethan. Alright, time to go to class then. Where's Leaf? Yeah, Leaf is missing from the dorm. Oh, man, I'm nervous. I know I shouldn't be. There should be an I. I know I shouldn't be. I gave a big speech in front of a bunch of people, and that was way more terrifying than just going back to the class. You said it, Lightning. Huh? Oh, that's right. You're going to come with me, buddy, aren't you?
Pikachu!
At least he doesn't say Pikachu anymore. That's weird. But I still prefer the Pokemon Origins thing where the Pokemon use make sounds instead of their names. That's much less irritating. Well, not irritating at all. Anyway, let's move on. Tell you what, anytime I feel scared or like I can't talk, I'll put my hand on your Pokeball, alright? And you let me know you're there by rocking the ball. Sound good? Sounds good? Never mind, he still says Pikachu.
Pikachu!
Love you too, buddy. Okay, Lightning is learning to stay in his Pokeball, that's great. And you can train him in gym battles. Hi, Professor Oak. Lad, how are you? Trucking along. Thought I'd get here before anyone else and take my seat. Maybe if I stay really, really still, people won't notice I'm here. There shouldn't be a comma right here. Lad, there's no future to be gained by hiding away from people. I did that, and look at me. A world-famous filthy rich genius who pretty much everyone loves and respects? Well, yes, I suppose that's one way to look at it. But you know just as well as I do my failings. Still guilty over what you said on Friday? Very much so. But I suspect I know a way I might make it up to you. Oh yeah? It's not sending me away to a different school, is it? No, not this time. Perhaps if you have time to drop by the research laboratory later today, I can show you. Alright, I got my throat, sorry. Oh, speaking of which, have you made much progress in figuring out how Foreveralls work? I understand a little bit. That's good. I must confess, I haven't quite grasped it yet myself. Perhaps their effects are more apparent when used in battle than when played within a laboratory. I believe Miss Magnolia is currently running tests in the laboratory right now. If we're lucky, perhaps we'll walk in on a breakthrough. I'll cross my fingers. Lad. Yes, Sam? You know I care about you, yes? You know I think of you as my own grandson, and always try to do right by you, yes? I think Blue should hear that. I mean, hey, why is there a level 1 over here next to Blue's name? I don't get it. Is that supposed to be super important or something? When it comes to bonding with Blue? Like, changing their relationship? I think Blue should hear that. Eh? Blue, you know, your real grandson. Thank you for everything you do and everything you've done for me, but Blue feels like you only ever pay attention to me. Oh. I'll talk to him then. Has this been going on for a long time? Sam, why don't you try and guess that and I'll give you an answer. Payback. Yes, very funny. Well, as I said, I'll talk to him. Now take your seat, Mr. Rose. Class is about to begin. As people file into class, you hear more than a few whispered comments directed at you. Nasty lad. Can't believe he's still here. Freak tricked everyone. Should be a law. Well, if there's any proof I need that Phrenergy isn't absolute, I guess this is it. Poor Red, he needs a hug. Welcome back to class, everyone! Feels like it's been a long time, given all the hullabaloo over the quarter clashes. That feels very directed. I hope you're all ready to listen sharp once more, though. We've a lot of material to cover. We've a lot of material to cover. Psst! Hey! Hi, Whitney. Hey's for horses, but go ahead. What's up with your Pikachu? How did you do that to Dawn? Still figuring that out myself, to be honest. I don't believe it. Not only do you have the crazy people power, you've got a Pikachu that can defeat Dawn? I've seen her in my fairy classes. She's really strong. Ixnay on the crazy people powers, eh? Please, it's just Phrenergy, and it's a very passive, not harmful power. That should be AZ people powers, cray. Yeah, I know that. Tia told me. What? Have you seen her recently? What? No, have you? Wait, neither of you have seen her? We thought she was with you, Red. Sorry, have you checked the roofs? Oh, and yeah, Flannery's bangs cover part of her eye now. You can't see her eyelashes through here. Ugh, so you've also seen her climb onto the roof before? Once, yeah. Did I read that out loud? Yeah, I did. Sorry. We haven't checked the roofs yet. Maybe we should do that after class? Good luck. I'll call you if I see her. Will you? Yeah, I think so. What, am I missing something? Heh. Red, do you have either of our numbers? No? Upon reflection, no. No, I do not. Well, let's make this a little fun then. Whose number do you want more, Red? I saw that smug look on your face, Whitney. And honestly, I like Flannery better, so Flannery's no question. Fine. At least she's smiling now. Aw, what? Come on! Sorry, Whitney, I like Flannery more. Received Flannery's contact info and we're all set. Alright, thanks. Now, we should probably pay attention to the lesson, you know? We can't find Tia if we don't know how to calculate the damage of a 7th turn Fury Carder with a metronome. Ugh, I hate math. Yeah, not everyone is good at math. And look, since Instructor Will is missing, you can't go to Psychic class. And let's see, let's look at the traits. They're all at level 19. And I should level up my starter, Titanium, so let's go to Flying class. You chose Flying? Yes, go to Flying class. Oh, and I know what this upcoming gym battle is about, so, I'm going to switch these Pokemon right here. And put Larimar up here, there we go. Hey, Ethan! Red, good to see ya, let's get this done. And the reason I'm showing classes because these next 3 days are going to have morning announcements from Dean Drayden about the forest. General Studies. Hello, students. Let's see. Today will be... Okay, now, it's very important to understand the many different kinds of flying Pokemon... Okay, now, it's very important to understand the many different kinds of flying Pokemon exhibit. Wings aren't necessary, but... Class proceeds without incident. Before you know it, class is over. Classmates' bones increased. Your flying proficiency increased to 20. Your flying-type Pokemon can now reach level 20. As everyone prepares to leave, the intercom system in the classroom crackles to life. Hello, this is Dean Drayden speaking. This is a reminder that all access to the forest is prohibited. Again, last week's announcement that the forest is open to students was made in error. The forest is not open to anyone not engaged in student council or disciplinary committee business. We must regrettably enforce this rule with extreme prejudice. Expulsion will be considered for any rule breakers. This message will be repeated at the end of every morning elective. Okay, it's noontime, so we're back in gym class. We get to see instructors Alder and Bruno again. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all back in classes again. We missed you. Didn't we, Bruno? I am glad to see my students again. You all look fit and ready to train. Oh, and look at that. I forgot to show you on this update. See? So, these are side by side instead of in... I mean, these are in rows instead of in columns. Look at that, for instance. Look. These are in chibi art styles. I'm personally not fond of chibi art styles, but I'm getting used to them. And if you swap the style, it goes back to the original, but it doesn't show everything. Actually, it does. Look, next day, Bond, delighted, distant. Honestly, it doesn't look as nice as with a darkened background, so I'm gonna keep the chibi style. It's simpler. I am glad to see my students again. You all look fit and ready to train. Hell yeah! Let's break some heads! Not literally, Hilda. That is the spirit. First though, Alder and I must deliver a lecture. Right you are, Bruno. Today we're going to be learning about item manipulation. Can anyone tell me what the rules are for items in most regions? I can. You're allowed to remove any item the opponent is holding, as long as it's not in a special category. Moves like knockoff or trick can be used to do that. Makes sense that the Cerulean Scion would know this. Right. What the hell does Scion mean? You're doing well, Misty. Carry on. Right. Well, the special categories are Megastones and Z-Crystals. There are also some other items that power up special species. You're not allowed to touch those in battle. If a Pokemon loses possession of them during the fight due to dropping it or something like that, the battle is paused for the Pokemon to regain possession of the stone. Exactly correct. However, we do the exact opposite in Kobukan. Huh? But in Lava Ridge Gym, we... Yes, in Kobukan, items can be removed at your leisure. If you can take a Megastone from a Pokemon, you can even prevent them from Mega Evolving. This is dishonorable. But effective? I'm not sure how effective it'd be, actually. That one Lopunny didn't even need a Megastone after all. Besides, if I'm understanding these gems right, the Foreverall seem to generate an endless stream of Megastone-like objects from my Pokemon. Shame they only last until the end of the battle. If they lasted longer, I could sell them. Anyway, the basic thing we're trying to impart here is that the rules of many other regions don't necessarily apply here. You may have also noticed that in this region, Pokemon are allowed to be sent out immediately after another faints. Allowed to? You mean they have to be to take incoming hits? You could choose to see it that way. You could also choose to see it as an opportunity to switch in a Pokemon with Storm Drain, or Lightning Rod, or Intimidate in the middle of your turn. If I wanted to do that, I'd just use a Pokemon with U-turn first. Alright, Hilbert, tell me when your Honedge learns U-turn. Can Honedge even learn U-turn? I don't think so. As long as you tell me when my Cubchoo gets Intimidate. Ah, it's good to be back in class, isn't it, Bruno? Very much so. Anyway, to wrap up this lecture on items, remember that you get back any item you started with at the end of each battle. Except berries, of course. Now, why don't we start off with some battles? Our unit this week will be triple battles. The range of your moves matters more in this format than any other. You see, this is why I put Titanium between Larimar and Frost. As I said, I've played this before, so I know what I'm doing. Bruno, the assignments? Welcome back, Mr. Rose. Good to be back. You will be battling Miss Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine, how you doing? Hello, Red. Hey, Jasmine, I don't think I've seen you in this class very often. No, I often get an exception for this class, and I can barely do the physical training anyway. Hey, all a trainer needs to do is train their voice. Hey, all a trainer really needs to train is their voice. No, not at all. A good trainer should be able to run around with their Pokemon, follow them in battle, and move around the field to get a better vantage point and view of the battlefield. And, of course, a trainer should be fast enough on their feet to avoid any stray moves. The best trainers are the trainers who stay closest to their Pokemon in battle. Only when you're standing side by side with their Pokemon can you see how they should react to their opponent's moves. Of course, I say all that, but have difficulty really practicing it. I certainly can't run around the field with them. I'm sure they appreciate the thought. Well, my Pokemon are very slow, so at the least, I can stand by their side in battle. Wait, you do that? Isn't that dangerous? Absolutely, but putting oneself in danger to bolster one's friends is a very noble calling, I think. Jasmine is such a sweetheart and noble girl. You really never stop impressing me. And look at the art style she's in, she looks so cute, especially her face. And her pigtails. I was impressed by your speech on Friday. I see you blushing, Jasmine. Huh? I actually thought... Well, I thought the extent of your power was greater than it was. Grusha convinced me otherwise, though. Of course, Grusha the pessimist. But hearing you tell everyone the truth, unafraid of the consequences of people's judgment, I thought that was very brave. Thank you. No, thank you! Now, shall we battle? Yeah, and I'm not saving because I've done this before, more than once recently. Okay, Hippopotas, Steelix, and Magnemite. Her specialty is steel. So, let's see, I need to get rid of that Steelix. So, Larimar use Water Pulse. Metal Claw. Maybe Metal Claw on Hippopotas. And Aurora Beam on Steelix. Okay. Yes, Steelix is down. Thank you, Larimar. Okay, yeah. Oh, Titanium is at level 20. Great. Now he can learn Feint. You know what? I'm going to forget Fury Attack. Feint is still a weak move, but at least it has a lower chance of missing, I think. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, Drillbur's next. Let's see. Maybe I should use... I need to get rid of that Drillbur because he knows Dig, so use Water Pulse on Drillbur. Metal Claw on Hippopotas, and you use Aurora Beam on Magnemite. It's not very effective because ice is stronger than I mean ice is weaker than steel. So Drillbur's down, that's good. Okay, she has 3 Pokemon left. Pineco. Oh shit! Sandstorm Hail has been cancelled out by Sandstorm. Okay, let's see. Water Pulse on Hippopotas, Air Cutter on Pineco, and Draining Kiss on Magnemite. Try it. Okay. Okay. So 2 Pokemon left. Please don't knock out my Ninetales. Okay, yes, thank you, Larimar. Get rid of that Magnemite. My poor Ninetales is almost down. Ouch, triple ouch. Actually, Titanium is immune to Sandstorm. He's immune to Ground-type moves. So use Ice Shard, Air Cutter, please, and Aurora Beam. Alright, let's see what'll happen. Yes, thank you, teamwork. Good boys and girl, well done. I beat Jasmine, I didn't need to save. Splendidly done! Thank you. That was pretty tricky. You really make me work for it. You really made me work for it. I really wasn't expecting to see a Steelix come out of that Pokeball. What's the story there? Not much story to share, I'm afraid. I had access to a metal coat, and thought my partner Onyx might look rather good in it. Oh, I'd love to get my hands on a Steelixite, but that's a pursuit for the future. Well, how'd you get an Onyx? Oh? Well, a friend of mine from Johto helped me catch it, a good many years ago. Brendan's his name by coincidence, he actually goes to this school too. Hey, Brendan's from Oh yeah, because Brendan wasn't originally from Hoenn. If you play the Hoenn games, then he moves to Little Ruton and Hoenn. Yeah. So, he's not from Hoenn after all. I offered it to him since he likes ground types, but... he said it was, quote, filthy and far too rugged. That really doesn't sound like Brendan at all. Huh? I know Brendan. He was my roommate until recently. That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he was only an elementary schooler at the time. People change. One thing that hasn't changed is his devotion to Pokemon contests. I hope Blue will change to a kinder person and gentler one. He got me into them, actually. Oh, you do contests too? With that cracked team, I figure you would be on the trainer course. I'm exploring my options. The only thing that doesn't seem to be on the table right now, is the student council member. I'm sorry about that. You've nothing to apologize for. This was just a terrible misunderstanding. I'm concerned for Charon, though. What he did was ill-advised, but it seems he's more interested in punishing himself than actually making things right. Red is still pissed. I know it would be easy to hate him, but hate never helps one move forward. I'm still figuring out how I feel about him. You should just avoid him and don't bond with him so much. Yeah, avoid him outside of classes like that. Okay, moving on. Alright, as long as... Jasmine! Gosh dang it! Man, too precious to swear. Jasmine, are you alright? Do you need to... No, I should be fine. My legs just... I'm quite tired. Give me a moment to catch my breath. Alder, Bruno, you couldn't help her up? Phew, seems this battle took quite a bit out of me. I hope you don't mind if I... Is it just me, or is she standing up taller, as tall as Alder, or maybe taller? Aside from the hairstyles. Yeah, that's... Never mind. No, of course not. Go ahead. Thank you. That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Alder. You too. So it's lunchtime now. As you walk into the cafeteria, you suddenly notice Hilda and Hilbert standing in a corner, talking intently about something. You think about moving away from the conversation, but you're in line, and the Miltank ribeye looks really good. I'm worried about you, Hilbert. There's nothing to be worried about. Don't give me that shit. You've been completely out for it, like 3 weeks now, even before the elections, and you're spending way more time with that Nathan guy. It's just Nate, and of course I'm spending time with him. We're roommates. Yeah, we're also roommates, but you're not hanging off of my hip every moment. Is there something wrong with me having other friends? Honestly, Hilbert, you should stand up for yourself. You should stand up to Hilda. No, of course not, Hilbert. You know I want that for you, but I'm concerned that you're... I've never seen you so focused. It's like you know what you're doing, like you have a plan for the first time. Ridiculous. I'm just as aimless as I've ever been. Don't worry, your refusal to help me fulfill my dream is as effective as it's ever been. Savage. Sorry, that was unnecessary. At least you're making progress of standing up for yourself. Yeah, maybe a bit, but I get how you feel. I don't. Huh? I don't feel. Feel implies passion or desire. My dream is an absolute. It's the tracks ahead of me. It is a task that must be done like breathing. I've heard that shit before, and you know what I think of it. I'm bored of this conversation. Fine, I just wanted to tell you that I'm dropping poison for dark. Oh, and in this update, some students will be dropping certain electives and switching them. What? Why? My room's already covered by Instructor Byron's class. Besides that, I can't really find any poison types around here that are worth a damn. Just bugs, piles of sludge, and trash. What about the Nidorans male and female? They evolve into Nidorino and Nidorina, and if you give them Moonstones, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. By the way, as I said in my Pokemon Blue Let's Play, Nidoqueen is my favorite poison type. Dark. Strong against Ghost. That gives you another advantage against me. Well, if Hilda is going to be joining Dark class, then I'll be bonding with her in every Dark class. Hilbert, I'm not switching because of that. It doesn't matter what the reason is. The effect is that you have more of an advantage against me than before. Okay, I can't get into this right now. I'm just switching because I think my Pawniard needs a little more attention. That's all, really. Hilda and Hilbert part ways. Leave them alone. That's just one option. As you walk away, you hear another conversation starting nearby. Oh, it's Wally, Rosa, and Bianca. And Sabrina's not there, and Tia's not there, which is awful, of course, but then Professor Will isn't even there either, and I don't know what we're going to do because classes are cancelled, and if we can't attend class, we can't learn about psychic types, and if I don't learn about psychic types, then I can't raise my starter, and if I can't raise my starter, then I'll file out of the school and die! Bianca, you won't die! You're exaggerating! Jesus Christ! Calm down! I don't think that's going to happen, Bianca, but it is concerning. We don't want to let ourselves slip behind. What do you think happened to them? Do you think they're, Oh yeah, Wally's taking Psychic because in the Hoenn games his starter is a Ralts. Do you think they're gone? No way! I kinda get why Sabrina would leave, but Tia always seemed to really like the class, and there's no way that Instructor Will would have just left. I guess we just have to hope that the school's administration figures out what's going on before we fall too far behind. I was actually planning on dropping my psychic class soon anyway, so I guess that this is as good a time as any. Where are you going to switch to, Rosa? No. Huh? If you leave, then you're a star. People look up to you. They have faith in you. If you leave, then people will give up on Will, give up on the class. We can't fall behind. We can't let ourselves fall behind. We've all studied too hard and sacrificed too much to get here to rely on someone else to save us. Rosa, please, at least until Instructor Will comes back, please stay here. I can't be the one people rally around, but you can. Oh, wow! I thought you were a total wimp, Wally, but you're actually, super cool. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm with Wally. We don't need Professor Will. We can study with each other. That's a good idea. And then maybe we can go out and rescue Sabrina and the others? Rescue? Rescue? Yes, rescue. When someone needs help, it's the duty of the people left behind to rescue them. That's the way it is in all my movies. Okay. But where are they then? She doesn't know. I guess you're still working on that part. Yeah. Well, let's study. Maybe something will come up later. Hearing Rosa reminded me of how Leaf was talking about her rescue mission from me. Maybe those two would get along better than you think. But they'd never form a relationship because Rosa's straight. Speaking of which, where is Leaf? Trying to ignore the subtle whispered accusations that surround you as you walk into the dining room, you realize that the sitting arrangement of the table seems to have shifted around dramatically. Oh great, it'll take me ages to open these tables up again. The freak's there, don't let him sit here. Phrenergy? Yeah, right. I can't believe I ever... Nancy Brat? You know what? I think I've passed the point where I need to... I think I've passed the point where I need to worry about the desolation of my social standing. I'm just going to sit wherever I want, and if people have a problem with it, well, I can work on them. Anyway, if I want to study my psychic elective, I should probably join the table with all the psychic type students. But you're not using any psychic types, so you're all set, you don't need to. And look, the tables have changed. Almost all the tables have changed except the romantic, so let's read the descriptions. Disciplinary table. The disciplinary committee has taken over this table. Students are pointing at a map and seriously planning some future event. There's the home table. This table is filled with the residents of Dorm 25. They argue, chat, and laugh fluidly, waving you over to join them. Yellow can tell you about Nate. Yeah, for each day that passes by, Yellow can tell you about a different student, and if you talk to her, then you'll gain 7 bun points with that said student. There's the famous table. This table is filled with the most eye-catching students in the school. As they discuss their lives, everyone around them hangs on every word they say, trying to hear the latest celeb news. Scheming table. This table is filled with students grim-faced and determined. They are huddled around some object you cannot see, and whisper to each other with clandestine purpose. The romantic table is as the same as ever, including the description. There's the independent table. This table is filled with students refusing to make eye contact with each other, and Professor Cherry is trying desperately to get them to. It's peaceful though. Professor Cherry can tutor you on the grass type. Medical table? Excuse me. This table is filled with students you often see by the infirmary. There's a palpable weariness in the air, but the mood is nevertheless light. Yeah, Flannery's probably in the infirmary because of her morning moods. And there's the remedial table. This table is filled with students studying psychic types frantically. It's clear they're not quite certain what they're doing, but they're trying their best without instruction. You know what? We get points faster. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. In this newest update, if you start a class for the first time, you gain 5 points. You gave 5 points for the first time instead of just 1. And after that first class, you just gain 1 point with each class you take. For instance, ground type, for the first time you gain 5 points, and the next day you gain just 1, etc, etc. I'm just going to the home table. Go on, Red, sit with your future boyfriend. You chose the home table? Yes, go to the home table. And I'm just going to join the conversation. You chat with the people at the table as lunch passes. Yellow talks about Nate, and you learn a little more about your classmates. Great. Let's see, maybe I should go to Dark class. Dark class is over, and I gained a bond point with Hilda and 3 mood points. And we're back with Professor Oak. Welcome back to class, ladies and gentlemen. Today's quiz is going to introduce a new concept to you, trained Pokemon. Trained Pokemon? You are probably familiar by now with certain moves that were invented by faculty at Kobukan. These moves are powerful and can be used as a surprise tool to take opponents off guard, as they're not commonly known outside of Kobukan. Of course, this does imply that your fellow students are likely to have access to these moves as well. It's not always apparent what moves your classmates may have access to. However, Pokemon with these special moves often show some particular behavior, some visually identifiable characteristics that make it clear that they're especially trained Pokemon. Once you get used to looking for those behavioral patterns, they are as clear to keep to a keen eye trained as the Pokemon's level. Well, this is something you should keep an eye out for future information. Incidentally, Professor Cherry is quite excellent at identifying specifically trained Pokemon. For more details, one might want to talk with her. Now, for the upcoming test, you may be relieved to hear that none of your opponents are able to damage you. However, it should be noted that a specially trained fighting type has the move Stone Cold Stunner. If you let the particular Pokemon use this move, you will automatically use the fight, regardless of what other Pokemon you have on hand. Do what you can to prevent that. Okay, I did this test twice and I beat it every time. I told you I wouldn't play this game blind. I don't want to. I don't want to make any fuck-ups, so I took this quiz multiple times to figure out what to do, and now I pretty much know, so I'm not going to save. Take out your pencils, and remember, this is graded. Alright. This is really tricky, but I'll show you what to do to beat this quiz. See, this Pomot is part fighting type and knows that move, so you have to use... I'm going to use Yawn on Pomot. And switch out this Blaziken because he knows that move as well. Switch to Dugong. And use Legacy on Pomot. You need to get rid of that one first. Okay, and ignore that Knackley. Pomot flinched. And became drowsy. Now use Headbutt. And you need to use Fake Out next. And I'm going to use Ember. Okay. Flinching. Hold on. Hold on, almost there. Okay, Pomot is asleep. Now take him out as quickly as you can. Take him out now. Aurora Beam, Headbutt, and Ember. Okay. Wow, Dugong, your Aurora Beam helps, thank you. Alright, Sheer Force, and good job, Pomot is gone. Now you can take out these two. Alright, use Simple World. Try Simple World. Maybe Hail. And use Ember on Mudchop. Okay. If you use Hail, then that Knockley will take damage from the Hail despite using her protective move. Try Headbutt. Aurora Beam to get rid of that Mudchop, and Ember. See, Splinter Shield protected her. Okay, you just have to be patient. Calm down. They can't damage you, except for the Hail right now. And now try Headbutt again. Aurora Beam, get rid of that Mudchop right now, please. And Ember. Protected, of course. Okay, there's one Pokemon left, Knockley. Hail falls. Try Headbutt again. Aurora Beam, and Bite. Good, failed. Dugong, thank you! Alright, this battle is over and you passed your quiz, congratulations. Dang! I had to swap in a Pokemon and keep that Palmot flinch locked for like 3 turns, and I had to get used to the new trained Pokemon thing? What happened to just using Tackle on a Cherubi once or twice? I know! These quizzes are getting harder, my god. At a glance? Blue has something to say. Hey! Why don't you just take more than a glance at this Excuse me. Hey! Why don't you take more than a glance this time, Gramps? Why don't you look at everyone's tests instead of, I don't know, just Red's? I'm sorry? I want to know how everyone else did too, so I can make sure I'm still on top. Well, looking through the stack of quizzes more thoroughly, I see some poor logic and insufficient understanding of elemental immunities. And it appears to be that many students weren't aware that they were intended to make use of their entire party. Does that satisfy you, Blue? So, I passed it, 'cause I didn't screw up like any of those losers you're talking about. Well, you know Red is not a loser because he does well in the quizzes. Of course you passed it, you always pass them. Well, Blue? You hear that, everyone? I passed! And look at that, he's taller than his grandfather. My god, look at that. Look how tall he is. That means I'm one step closer to the national championship, and then the world championship. If you don't pull your shit together, then there's no way you'll make it there, or even graduate. Get serious! Well, at least Blue's speaking the truth there. I'm this close. This close. Do you think we... What do you mean, do you think we... You had, out of habit, leaned over to whisper to Leaf, before suddenly realizing that she's not here, as she hadn't been all day. Should I be concerned? Then there's the bell. Oh, it looks like class is over. Well, we'll discuss the quizzes in further detail tomorrow. Be safe now. Blue. Yeah, be humble, stop acting out. I know. Not this time. Do you have a moment for a couple words? Huh? Sure? Red, please excuse us. No probs. You wait for Blue to finish talking with his grandfather. You give them some privacy, but turn around when you hear some footsteps. It's time for our battle. Let's go. You need to get the rat from our dorm, right? Nope, Lightning learned to ride in his Pokeball. Hey, maybe he even likes it? Guess we're not there yet, maybe in a bit. Oh, and I played a separate save file from different... bonding with different characters on separate save files, and, unlike Ash's Pikachu, the Lightning does want to evolve. And that's what Red said to Sonia or someone. Yeah, Lightning does want to evolve. Well, at least he's way better than Ash's Pikachu. Lightning's better. Guess we're not there yet. Maybe in a bit. Great. If you don't need to go to the dorm, let's go to the battle hall right now. You don't want to change into something more flexible? I don't need to bend over backwards to beat you. But Red needs to bend over backwards on the bed so you can fuck him in the ass in the future, huh, Blue, huh? Yeah, save that for the future, when you soften up, okay? Alright, let's go then. Okay, I did a lot of reading, and a lot of time has passed, I'm assuming. I'm doing this in full screen, so I can't see the time on my computer. I'm going to stop right here, so thank you, my healers, for joining me on this adventure. Feel free to give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't get on my bitter side.